Who's that girl? Na 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 na. She's a seer. Na 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 na. Hi soul seekers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Desire. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. It never goes unnoticed. I want to give praise and thanks to the Most High, to my creators. Thank you. I ask that my energy is cleared and connected to the divine frequency. I ask that my energy is protected throughout this reading. If there's any darkness or wickedness or evilness present, I ask that you make it flee immediately. Show me clearly what are the messages for the soul seekers at this time. Please and thank you, Father. Alright, soul seekers, remember to only take what resonates, leave the rest. Flip and switch the roles. Tarot responsibly. Alright, so you have responsibility, innovation, conflict, balance, and then emotional healing. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this is someone in your energy who's just looking at things from a higher perspective. This could be someone who left you to deal with something on your own here, leaving you to carry like the bulk of the responsibilities in a situation. And if that's the case, this person knows what they did wasn't right, and it's like their consciousness, guilt is eating them up currently, because they know how they just like left you to deal with a situation. They shouldn't have did that to you. This is someone who made certain promises to you, and then it's like once it was time to fulfill those promises, this person's like nowhere to be found is what I'm getting. So now this person is trying to think of a way to reconcile with you. They don't want it to be heavy and hectic. This person knows that you have like every right to not want to reconcile with them, to not want to be in their life because of what they did, however they showed up here. But they are going to try to come towards you with like a new higher vibrational energy, coming towards you, like trying to wipe the slate clean, trying to set the standard for the connection. Okay, this could be anyone in your life here, romance, family, friend. You guys know who it is individually. It's like they know that you can do something on your own, but they know that you're not supposed to, or you shouldn't have to. They're supposed to be a part of whatever this is. You're also helping this person like gain a new outlook or a new perspective of how things can be. This person may have thought like they could have grew up with a very like rigid mindset, like it has to be this way, there's no room for change, there's no room for compromise, and they're realizing like something that they could have been preconditioned to believe is not necessarily the truth. It's not everyone's truth. Whatever this belief system is that they could have been raised on is not a one size fit all. So this person is learning how to navigate this connection, because it's not a connection like any other one that they've had. And it's like whatever you and this person have, they can't really go to other people for advice, because people have never had a connection like this before. So this person is learning that as well. Like they have to navigate this, they have to figure it out, because it's so different from anything that they've ever been in and anything that anyone's ever had that's in their life. This is a very different connection. So now they're realizing I can't handle it the same way. I can't take the same old advice, because this is not the same situation. This is very different from anything else. So they definitely want to bring balance to a situation here. And whatever has you and this person like at odds, it was like inevitable. It's something that was going to occur because of a lack of internal balance on their part. Okay, maybe on your part as well, but it was something that was like, it was bound to happen, because whatever this belief system is, this conditioning, this energy that this person operates in, that's the problem. That's what needs to change. And until that changes, the situation doesn't change. So it's like you were not going to be able to avoid this situation no matter how hard you tried, because avoiding the situation is leaving the trauma, the problem, the distortment unaddressed, unhealed. So this is definitely something that's meant to be healed, but it starts from within. But it had to be a trigger. Something had to happen in order to like produce this healing, and that is the last card, emotional healing. So definitely some internal repair. You couldn't. It was not going to be avoided. It doesn't matter how high vibrational you were, how compromising you were, how stoic and closed off and like callous and like cold-hearted, whatever approach that you were going to take, this still was going to like happen. This is something that still needed to occur. This is something that needs to be addressed in order for two people to move forward in the same direction. It's like shining light on an area in someone's life, whether that's externally or within, that needs to be addressed before they can proceed further. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, we have success at the bottom of the deck, and then planning. Whoever this person is, they are, like, they feel very confident about this. They are in high vibrational frequencies when it pertains to bringing some healing to a connection. They definitely are, I feel like they may be the more optimistic one at this time. If you're the divine feminine, divine masculine, I feel as though like you may have lost your optimism or your positivity around the connection because of whatever's going on, how long it's been going on, and what has been repeated. So you could be like on the end of like not really giving a fuck at this time. So now this person is embodying all of that energy. Now they have all of the fucks to give because you have none. You have none is what I'm hearing. So yeah, now the ball is in their court, and they've definitely made a decision to come back towards you. Maybe it almost feels like you had to get in that energy of not giving a fuck for this person to finally start giving a fuck. It was like a frequency. Like, I'm not going to match your bullshit energy. I'm not going to let you keep holding me back and, you know, stopping me. And this person was taking up too much space in your life freely. Like, without them being in there, they were taking up too much space. Emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. And it's like, no, you're not going to take up all this space in my life, in my vessel, and you're not even here. So you definitely could have did like some type of a cord cutting, something like that. Whatever you had to do to like cleanse this person out your energy even more, just so you could be at peace with the bullshit. So now that you've done that, the energy signature has changed between the two of you. And with you doing that, like just having zero fucks to give to the situation, that's actually you returning to pure feminine energy. Because I don't feel like you're doing it in a place of like, and fuck you, I'm gonna make you feel this, I hate you, I don't want to feel nothing else for you. I think you having no fucks to give came from a space of self-preservation, self-protection. Like, no, I'm not gonna keep doing this to myself. I'm not gonna keep putting myself through this. We don't deserve this. So that was you protecting yourself and still honoring yourself, because that's the only power you still have. But what you may not realize is you doing that, no matter your reason behind it, your intentions, it actually puts you more in a receiving mode to get the outcome that you want from this situation in particular. Because it's like you surrender, whether you surrender from a space of like just frustration, anger, or whatever, something activated you, something triggers you to just say, forget it. It's just like, let it go, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. If it's not gonna be anything, then that's fine. But that's the energy that was needed for this person to operate in this masculine energy to do what they have to do. Okay, so yeah, independence and then opportunity. Yeah, you had to completely detach from the whole outcome in order for an opportunity to come, the opportunity that you actually want. All right, I hope that makes sense. Everything is energy, and energy responds accordingly. In a way, you caring too much or you having too many fucks to give, energetically, that's like an energy like desperation. You don't believe it's going to come, so you're just overdoing it energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, versus like just chill out. And like, if it's for you, it's going to come to you, and just being very confident in that way. Even though it may not seem like an act of confidence when you did it, it may have definitely just been an act of like protecting yourself and preserving your heart and stuff, but it actually in terms of energy. You're like, you know what, fuck it, I know what I deserve, and if either you are exactly what I deserve or you're less than what I deserve, I'm going to put my energy back to C. So that's what happens. So now it allows this person the opportunity to become what you deserve, and they want to come back towards you. Universal energies, your spirit team, the Most High, they're supporting this. I'm not seeing any higher energies that's going against this. Yeah, and every time I say it, some fucking demon try to close my throat chakra, because I guess, like, you're not supposed to know that this is connection. Like, despite whatever you and this person been through, you're supposed to believe that this is just like the end of it, and it's not. It doesn't have to be, I should say, if you don't want it to be. This is not a connection where a judgment has been placed on it to the point where reconciliation is not a possibility. Reconciliation definitely is a possibility here. It just depends on how much you want it and how do you truly feel at this point about it. And it's definitely causing you to, like, be honest with yourself. For some of you, you could still just be upset with this person, just frustrated, just in that fuck you frequency, and that's your right. Whatever they did to you to have you in that energy, shit, they did it. But look, this is the second time this card just came out. Wasn't it last night? 222, love is in the air. My soul is happy with this connection. Your higher self is happy with this connection. You may not be completely in tune with your higher self when it pertains to this. So you may not be able to resonate with what your soul wants, what your soul is feeling right now, because I feel like you've cut that part of yourself off to protect yourself from the situation, from the person. So you can't really feel what your higher self is feeling because you're not there. So this will require you to tap back into the higher version of yourself, so you can gain clarity about what you really want. All right. That's exactly what this is. You may need some time to decompress and, you know, cleanse, recalibrate your energy, get back into that Zen mode, that meditative frequency that you live your life in, because this person definitely disrupted it. They disrupted your internal system. They disrupted the meditative energy that you live your life in. So it's like it requires for you to restore that, because you let this person in a sacred space, which is your life. And now you have to restore that sacred space and find grace to allow this person back in. You're not going to feel any different. You're not going to feel any positivity about the situation between you and this person until you reconnect to your higher self when it pertains to this connection. You could be connected to your higher self when it pertains to, like, personal growth, financial stability, other areas, but when it pertains to your love life, you're like, no, I'm straight, and I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to touch that. And your higher self is honoring you because you're wanting to say, like, okay, they not feeling it. They don't want to go there. It is what it is. You are in control. But I'm telling you, like, it requires for you to get back in that frequency for you to see and feel something different, for you to see and feel the truth of the situation. Because when you're disconnected from your higher self, you're disconnected from your true self. All right. And I'm not advocating for this person. I mean, in a way I am, because there is, even though this person did some stuff to you, they hurt you, they let you down, they disappointed you, they dropped the ball, they betrayed you in some type of a way. This is normal human shit. I don't want to say it's healthy, but no relationship is smooth sailing from start to finish. I'm going to say this is normal or typical relationship-ish. Okay? And maybe this is you being awakened to that as well. Because like I was getting in the beginning, I was getting it from this person's energy that they were raised in like a very rigid mindset or structure. Like it has to be one way. If it's not, like there's no room for compromise. There's no room for error. Just being like very like a tight ass, like an energy of like a tight wad or a tight ass. Like, no, it has to be this way, this way, this way. And if it's not exactly like that, then it's not right, and I don't want it. So definitely divine feminine, divine masculine, if you are operating in that spirit when it pertains to this connection, it's best for you to just sit back and like assess the situation from a 360 point. So that means remove yourself from it even more to see all sides and to see where you may have to loosen up a little bit too. You may have to change your outlook as well. You may be being a little too rigid or a little too black and white when it pertains to this situation. That's what I'm getting. Like, they're showing me someone who wants to paint a rainbow and all they have is black and white paint. Like, you have to add in other colors. You have to get those other colors. Like, you trying to create a rainbow and all you have is black and white paint. Like, that's never going to work. All right. So you reconnecting to your higher self about this relationship in particular, that's when the color comes back onto your palette, okay? And that's when you're able to paint with all these other different colors, but you're restricted from your higher self when it pertains to this connection. So it's like the colors of your palette is gone, so you can't paint that rainbow on that canvas because you don't have the colors that's needed. You don't have the energy, the spirit that's needed. Okay? You don't want to be out here with a black and white rainbow. If this is a connection that can bring color back into your life, then I feel like it's worth it. But again, I'm not here to make any decisions for you. You're grown. I'm just here to read the energy and give you the best advice that's here. Yeah, don't worry, be happy. And look at all those colors. So this definitely requires for you to solidify something within yourself for it to be shown outside of you. It's kind of like you being disconnected from your higher self when it pertains to this connection. You are gatekeeping your love life. You have now become your own gatekeeper of your own happiness and romance. Okay? Yeah, I don't really know what love is. I just know about surviving. Until I heal, I will only hurt. And I gotta be honest with you, soul seekers, because I love you. This definitely could be a frequency that you are operating in currently, and you don't realize that you have dipped back into a frequency, a mindset that's not going to serve you moving forward. You definitely could be a person who's only survived all the shit you've been through, what your family put you through, your friends, your demonic ass, karmic ass exes. Like, you've went through a lot. You've had to live your life in survival mode just to escape your fucking south node. So I have to bring this to your attention, right? I have to. I would be doing a disservice if I didn't. For some of you, this is you that's in this surviving mode, and you're rejecting love. Because you truly don't really know what love is, because everything you've been through was a form of hate, a form of spiritual warfare, a form of a fucking sneak attack and a trap, and a form of your demise. So you yourself, divine masculine, divine feminine, even though you have earned your divinity, does not mean that you know what love is. Many of us don't. I honestly can say that I don't know what love is. Besides the love I received briefly from my parents, and even like with my mother, she was such a distorted feminine, but she did the best that she could. But she was not the most loving person. I knew she cared about me. We knew that our mother cared about us. Like, she was very nurturing. She would provide for us. She wouldn't let shit happen to us, but she was not compassionate. I never seen that woman shed a tear. I know my mama hugged me, and she always told me she loved me, but like that physical embrace, like, I didn't get that from my mama. And it's like my 7-year-old, oh my God, I didn't realize how bad that fucking affected me until I just said that out loud. Because my 7-year-old, she is so affectionate. She is so lovey-dovey, gushy-mushy, hug me, I love you, touch me, give me another hug, give me a kiss. Like, my oldest daughter, she is restoring something in me that I never had as a child, and she's only 7. So it's something like that. And my God, like, I didn't even realize that until, like, I just said it. Like, yeah, of course my mother loved me, but she was not big on affection. She was not big on physical touch. She didn't have it in her. My mother, her story alone, my God, her story alone, like, I get it. I understand my mother from start to finish, and I accepted her. and I love her, and I know she's watching over me always, but she literally didn't have it in us to give it because she didn't have it. Her childhood, her upbringing was fucking horrific, but she still managed to give life to 8 children and to give some version of love. Like, she's still like, oh my God. So this is what that is, y'all. You may not even realize how much you don't really know what love is. Yes, you know what self-love is because you've earned that, you've discovered that, but love outside of self it may be foreign to you. I can 120,000% say I don't know what love is when it pertains to romance, when it pertains to like real family. I don't. I just know the love that my mother gave me, and that's the only love that she had to give. But I know like what I received from my family and fake ass friends and these fucking exes, that wasn't fucking love. That was all different forms of spiritual warfare. So this definitely could be you as well, soul seeker. We're connected. We're on the same frequency. We are a soul tribe for a reason. That definitely could be you as well. And I feel like you need to sit with that truth. Like, shit, I really don't know what love is either. I've been surviving my whole fucking life too. You know what self-love is, and you know what love from the divine is. So with that truth that you have to come to, then it will give you reason to believe that it's something that you have to learn. And I feel like this connection is here to teach you as well. Yeah, wishing upon the stars. So this person is letting you know that they send messages of love. It says, wishing upon the stars. I send messages of love to you through the stars in the sky. Nights are not complete without you. I believe in wishes and I know that we will come true. See, yeah, the both of you, especially you soul seekers, because it's about you right now. This is the spirit that you're used to being around. This is the energy that you're used to dealing with. Gossip. People and spirits that's obsessed with bringing you down. So in order to bring you down, that's the furthest frequency from love. I'm obsessed with bringing you down. I really want to be you, but I could never. So I talk about you. People project shit onto you in hopes that other people don't like you and see that you are better than them. So this was all energy posed against you for you to restrict this. This was very repressive, heavy energy, and this energy is still being projected onto you on a daily basis, routinely. That gossip spirit, that evil eye. So it's like you, divine masculine, divine feminine, you're always fighting for that frequency of love. You're always fighting to like stay in that frequency of love. And when I say fighting, I'm not meaning like a real battle. Fighting means, when I say fighting in this sense, is to keep your frequency, your energy above the bullshit. Always thriving and always have to be very intentional about rising above the bullshit that's posed against you every day. You're always maintaining that higher frequency. You always have to, because of the natural hate that's around you. So that doesn't make it easy at all. It doesn't. Being you, walking in your shoes, living your life is not easy at all. It's not for the weak. Even though you've developed all of this self-love and love of spirit and love of like the life you've discovered, you still on a daily basis have so much hate that's projected towards you for you to just feel that. So you have to go like work overtime to keep your energy unreachable, untouchable to the bullshit. It's very hard to be you. That's why it's not many like you. Alright, there is no doubt that our souls are mated, we were fated. Yeah. I feel like this person is in your life. They came into your life for a reason. And your spirit team feels the same. I talk to the ancestors about you, and they love the idea of us too. I'm telling you. Karmic air energy. This is South Node. This is talking about your South Node. Dealing with people who are lies, sneaky, conniving, tyrants, mentally unstable. So it's like because you lived your life in a very karmic frequency, possibly from birth up until one point, you may view anything as a red flag. Like, nah, you someone that's supposed to be in my South Node, and it's just like you're being asked to like compromise in this situation. Everyone has red flags. No one's completely high vibrational 100% of the time, not even you. Everyone has traumas that will come to the surface from time to time. Everyone has things that they may not know that needs to be addressed until it comes up and they don't know how to handle it. Everyone, no one, I should say, addresses the same problems the same way. In one situation where you may address something head on and it's just easy as 1, 2, 3 for you, for this person it could be the hardest fucking thing ever. So this is a message about compromising and openness and willingness. But I hope those of you who needed to hear that message about you really don't know what love is either. You've been living in survival mode too. Why don't you allow this connection to show not only you, but to show this person what love really is? This is an opportunity for two people, because your higher selves are in love with each other. This is an opportunity for two people to come together and create and discover what love is for them. Love is not a one-size-fits-all. Okay? So let's see. Let's pull something from the Kipper. Message of concern here at the bottom of the deck. Let me see what time it is. I don't want this upload to be too late. Okay, a few more minutes. Well, yeah. Okay, so message of concern at the bottom of the deck, and then house. Yeah. So with this message of concern to the house, I really just feel like this is the message that you need to hear. And I'm getting like that house energy is your vessel, your spirit. So hopefully this message will settle something within your spirit. At least get you to possibly see something in a different light. To possibly go in a direction of compromise. Of like that energy of grace needs to be reawakened within you. Okay. So we have journey. Yeah, this is definitely a journey. And you know, when you think of journey, you think of discovering things. A journey is not something that's over quickly. It's not a trip around the corner. Alright. Journey, courthouse, and then despair. And with this courthouse energy, it's like you're being summoned. You're being called by the divine to bring attention to this, because they do not want your outcome in love to be despair. Because whether it's this man or this woman, you're always going to experience challenges. So your higher self, your spirit team, is here to help you understand that there is no perfect man, no perfect woman, not even you. No one is perfect. You're always when you're dealing with love and life and just humanity as a whole, there's always a possibility that you're going to get let down, that your feelings is going to get hurt, that someone's going to disappoint you, that someone's going to represent some type of a shortcoming. That's humanity, that's life. And this is what's happening in this connection. And just because you decide, if you decide to like toss this man or woman to the side, does not mean that the next man or woman that comes into your life will not represent some version of what you threw away in that previous man or woman. Ain't nobody out here healed completely. No one's out here perfect. And divine Holy Spirit, and I'm really getting like an ancestral energy. Someone passed on, someone's passed over loved one, maybe like feeling very remorseful, and like just in this energy of like feeling very sorry because they now see the damage that they allowed to be done and how it's playing out in your life based on what you witnessed, based on what you seen and what you thought. Just like I just shared with y'all with my mother. Never in my fucking life seen that woman shed a tear. Never, not ever. You know, with me and my kids, they see me crying all the time. They're like, "Mama, what's wrong? You need a hug? Come here." Like, I'm very emotionally expressive to my children because I don't want them to think that life is not going to ever have you fucking crying. So it's like completely different versus what I seen and what my children see. Like, I let my children see me cry. I let them know like I'm frustrated, I'm having a hard time, this is difficult, but I'm going to get over it. But sometimes life is sad. Sometimes, mommy, I do cry. I don't have all of the answers. I'm not Superwoman. But with my mother, shit, a tear, like, do she even produce tears? And that's unhealthy. That's very toxic. That's very distorted masculine energy. But that's all my mother knew. And it's like that same energy for you. You have some passed over loved ones who really wishes that they could have shown you more divinity. Or, yeah, more divinity. They didn't know what that was. These are ancestors and past, yeah, same thing. Ancestors, passed over loved ones who are learning through you. And they just, whoever this passed over loved one is, just feels like they kind of like broke you. But that's okay, because you are equipped to repair yourself. As long as you know what's going on. And you know, like, as long as you know what's going on, as long as you have some type of a guiding light, you can repair yourself. Yeah, I'm hearing she acting just like me, or he acting just like me. They learned that from me. This is a passed over loved one. And this could even be this person's passed over loved one as well. Because you and this person both been living your life in the survival frequency. Neither one of you really know what love is, because you've never really had it. But this connection is here if you want it, if you're willing to. Fight for it. And fighting is not, that's not the fight I'm talking about. Y'all know what I mean when I say fight for it. I mean fighting your internal self, fighting your shadow self, fighting your unhealed self that stops the two of you from coming back together and standing and living in the love that exists. Fighting the fear, fighting the doubt, fighting the fucking negativity around it. That's what I mean. I'm not meaning fight each other. This is not a connection where you're meant to fight each other. Distant horizon and gift, yeah. So this person is going to be represented to you, or you're going to be represented to them, because I'm hearing there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. There's things that need to be learned and discovered and understood here. This is not a person where there's no judgment that has been called on this connection, where they're just going to disappear out your life. They're going to continue to like vibrate back into your frequency. Of course, it's not going to be forever. Of course, at some point, one of you are going to, like, if you allow this to go on and be prolonged, of course, at some point, the universe, universal energies, and your spirit team are going to stop trying to bring the two of you together. But right now, it's still very much in the frequency of let's try. Let's try. I'm hearing let's stay together. Okay. And now I'm hearing Beyonce. So many people, they just want to love you, kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Gave you some time to prove that I can trust you again. I'm going to kiss up and rub up and fill up. What's that song called? All Night Long. All night long. I'm not a singer, I'm a rapper. So, but yeah, kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. I believe that song is called All Night Long. I gave you some time to trust you again. Now I'm going to kiss up and rub up and fill up. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Alright, so let's see. Let's close out with some tarot. Damn, look, the devil. You got the devil, the sun, and the hanged one. Exactly. Caught your karmic ass, bitch. This energy, this spirit. Like, no, we're going to bring some light to this. Because this energy, this spirit, however, it could be several spirits that's lingering inside of you, inside of this connection. Because that reading I did last night, very deceptive spirits around this connection. And one of these fucking spirits, we done caught the bitch, okay? The devil to the sun to the hanged one. You're being asked to gain a different outlook, because the clarity is here. I just brought the clarity. Me and my spirit team just brought the clarity of what could be holding you bound and bind to a frequency that's survival energy. You can't live your life in survival mode and expect to have favor and fortune to come to you, because those are two different frequencies. Survival mode is a frequency that's attached to dispossession, that's attached to lack, that's attached to undeservingness. You got to come out of that survival mode and truly tap back into the frequency of love, because the frequency of love is attached to abundance, prosperity, gain, success, change. Alright, so yeah, 4 of Cups to the 3 of Swords. Do not Please don't let your heart dwindle in the unknown, because you've been too hurt to go farther. It's like the energy, like I've been too hurt to turn around, and I'm too hurt to go any further. I'm just going to stay here where it's safe, but it's not safe. It's not safe. It may feel like it, but it's not, because you're depriving yourself of what you truly deserve internally. Whoever I'm reading for, you are truly meant to live out a love story of a lifetime. Now, whether you are going to like marry this person or not, marriage has nothing to do with love. Love has nothing to do with marriage. But it's meant to be the love story of a lifetime. Chariot. Divine Holy Spirit is still fully supporting this connection. And this is your higher self, your spirit team, basically saying, let us take you there. Let us, don't try to do this. Don't try to navigate this part of your life alone. You've called on your spirit team, you've called on your ancestors, your higher self to get you this far. It's kind of like you don't really want to hear from your higher self or really hear from your spirit team right now, because you just don't. And that's your free will. But understand that type of a free will always produce the Three of Swords outcome. It is your free will. You're so free to choose. You can choose heartbreak every day of your life. Queen of Swords, it's your choice. It's your call. So, but those of you who have been praying for change, and one day you praying for change and healing of the connection, then the next day you like, fuck this person, fuck everything about them, understand that that's a spirit that's trying to contend with you. Because clearly, if you pray for change and a better outcome, then this spirit that's coming towards you to contradict it, then that clearly indicates that you're going to get the change that you prayed for. And these spirits are trying to stop it still. But these spirits only have control if you let them. Yeah, Seven of Wands. It's a fight. It's a battle. But it doesn't have to be with each other. It doesn't have to be with you and this man or you and this woman. This is a spiritual, internal thing, an energetic thing. Six of Cups. This is a soulmate. This is a soulmate. And y'all know, I'm going to have to say it, because maybe you're so used to being on the other side of the soulmate contract, the one that didn't do any wrong, the one who didn't fuck it up and forfeit it. Those of you who's truly resonating with it, divine feminine, divine masculine, you may very well be the one who's on the end of it that's fucking it up. The end of, you may be the person who is unwilling to make things right, and you may end up being the person who does not get another soulmate opportunity, because you're rejecting the one that's continuing to be brought back into your life. Because you have to understand, no man or no woman is perfect. You're never going to be 100% completely satisfied with any human being, anything outside of yourself. That's why that complete satisfaction and acceptance only exists within oneself. You're never going to find that wholeness and completion in just checking all the boxes outside of yourself. That's a relationship between you and you. Because just like humanity, they will let you down. You will let each other down. That's normal. But don't let yourself down. You're never supposed to give all of yourself to another person or situation to where they actually have the power to control how you live your life. No one's ever supposed to be the end all to your be all. No one's ever supposed to completely satisfy you with themselves. That satisfaction is something that you do internally. So once they disappoint you, once they say or do some shit, it doesn't change you, because you're so full of you. It's like, okay, you going through something, like, okay, I get it, but you're not going to let it affect you. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You're never going to have the perfect man or woman. You're never going to have someone who's going to completely check all of your boxes 100% of the time. That's an illusion. That's a fantasy that will never be fulfilled. Okay, so yeah. Confirmation, development, self-discovery. This connection in particular, those of you who are truly resonating with this, because this is not for everyone, this connection is causing you to go within, to draw from a deeper space, a space that you don't even know exists, because you've never had to operate in it, because you've been in survival mode. Six of Cups here, Two of Pentacles. Yes, this is a connection that is not where it should be. It's out of balance right now. It's in disharmony. But you have the ability, the Two of Pentacles can always return to the Temperance. You have the ability to alchemize it. Two of Cups. This is your soulmate. This is the man or woman that you prayed for. Just because they're not coming in a finished, shiny, divining, love and light, glistening package does not mean that they're not worthy. And same for you. Same for you, you guys. Okay, Three of Wands here and the Princess of Cups. Yes, distant horizon. There will be a window of opportunity that will be presented again. Okay, so that is your message. Well, let me pull some purple cards. I'm being asked to. Okay, and this person, and that's why it's so important for you to know who you are and identify your timeline. I'm not reading for no karmic demon dog who go try to use this energy to come back into your life and hurt you even more and fucking try to steal your fucking destiny even more. I'm not reading for no men and women that you already know is forbidden from your life, that you know that then did the most heinous shit towards you, mind, body, spirit. I'm not reading for no men or women who done humiliated the fuck out of you, who done put their hands on you, who done beat you down. I'm not reading for them. This is not a reading encouraging any karmic demonic love to continue to go. I'm reading for men and women where you have reached your divinity and you have attracted a divine counterpart, but you may be confused. You may be trying to call divinity perfection, and it will never be. So, you motherfucking karmic demon dogs who go try to fucking intercept this frequency, I fucking denounce your ass. I command you to flee. You're not using this energy to get back into someone's life to hurt them even more. Breadwinner syndrome. So someone, a trigger may have arose either between you or this person based on who has the most financial gain. Okay, that's also something that shouldn't even exist. Okay, in a connection like money, who makes more money should not be a deciding factor of love. Okay, I am confident that I'm able to meet your soul's expectations. When I open my eyes in the morning and close them at night, I see you and me. Time stands still when we are together. I've had a lot of time to think about what I want. I often think about the last time that we were together. I found your glass slipper. We belong together. Our souls have a higher mission to complete. Exactly. And I feel like this higher mission in particular is love. Okay? And yeah, that is your message. It's a journey. Just like everything. Love is a journey just like life. But that is your message. May it be helpful for you. I'm sending you all mana, love, and light. And until next time, namaste.